I will invite Ambassador Cardi now to make a 5-minute opening statement to present the platform that the government of Italy is putting forward for their candidature for the Security Council non-permanent seat, starting with a 2-year period, starting in 2017. Ambassador Cardi, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, thanks for this opportunity. I followed yesterday's debate on the web stream. It was a very interesting moment of transparency, as was said, of accountability. And maybe you know that Italy has been working for a number of years for exactly this kind of reform at the UN, especially relating to the Security Council reform. Accountability, the way transparency is held, is crucial in our way. By the way, so thank you very much, and I'm very happy to be here with very good and esteemed colleagues. It's also the first year, I think, that we have the first debate among candidates, UN Security Council candidates, the first debate among candidates to the post of Secretary General, and the first time the Security Council election is held in June instead in October. So it is a year of firsts. Also, we hope that this kind of debate is put on an equal basis. I mean, all candidates should be treated equally. So also the candidates in clean slate should be given an opportunity, if possible, to participate and to show the program and to explain the program. So why Italy in the Security Council? In short, our aim is to work to promote, of course, effective multilateralism. We've been believing in that for 60 years, since we joined the UN in 1955. Since 1955, we have been, we think, a very active member of this organization in, of course, the 3 pillars: peace and security, development, human rights. We are the first contributor of blue helmets among WEOG countries with over 1,200 troops. We are the 8th contributor to the overall UN budget and to the peacekeeping budget. Our units have participated in 22 UN missions. Over 60,000 troops have been employed, as well as nearly 30 naval units. Of course, it's not only about peacekeeping. Italy is also host in Rome, Brindisi, and Turin, hosting one of the biggest UN centers. We have also, of course, championed the holistic and transformational approach embraced by the 2030 agenda, and we are now fully committed to its implementation by significantly increasing our development funds. Why Italy? Because we are the only Mediterranean candidate for the 2017-18 term, and the only candidate that safeguards the WEOG diversity and geographical balance, which is, of course, enshrined in Article 23 of the UN Charter. We are candidates. We have decided to present a candidacy because through our action in the Security Council on behalf of all membership, not only of the WEOG countries, of all membership, we believe we can contribute to a more effective, as I said before, multilateralism. And we think we can give an added value to the Council work. Our final goal, of course, is not to be simply a Security Council member. Our goal is to be an effective and efficient Security Council member. What kind of added value can Italy bring to the Security Council? In brief, as the only, as I said before, Mediterranean candidate, we think we are ideally placed to deal with the peace and security issues which are on the agenda today. We are, of course, at the crossroads of East and West, North and South, so we think we are ideally placed to deal with the peace and security issues of today. But it's not only a matter of geography. Geography entails history, culture, values, and approach based on dialogue, transparency, and especially inclusiveness, which we will adopt if we are elected member, non-permanent member. I would like to remind that Italy is a global security actor. We are, as I said, the first WEOG contributor to peacekeeping operations. We are the incoming G7 president in 2017 with an aim to building synergies with possible Security Council membership. We are an actor, as I said before, a long-standing actor to improve efficiency of the Security Council through democratic reform. We are part of the coalition speaking about international crisis against violent extremism, we are leading on training and counter-financing and advocating a multidimensional approach addressing root causes of the phenomenon. We are member of the support group on Syria, on Lebanon. We are leading on negotiations on political solutions on Libya, finding a political solution rather than a military one. We are chair, for example, of the IGAD Partners Forum together with Ethiopia. We are members of various groups on Somalia, on the G7++ on the Gulf of Guinea, of the Special Reconstruction Fund for South Sudan. We are members of Print on Kosovo and Bosnia-Herzegovina. So our global attention spans on all the crisis situation of today. We are also champions of protection of cultural heritage and identity through the Unite for Heritage initiative. But we also want to bring an innovative vision of security. We must recognize, of course, that today's landscape, security landscape, has profoundly changed compared to 10 or 20 years ago. So we are promoting an holistic approach, on broader security concern of the membership, seeds and climate change, for example. Holistic approach on the addressing the root causes of instability through Agenda 2030. We want to focus on conflict prevention rather than conflict reaction by strengthening also financially the tools at the disposal of this organization to prevent rather than only manage conflicts. We think it's the right choice, and it's also the smart choice. We want to work on partnerships. The UN role as an enabler for peace by building more effective partnership with regional and especially sub-regional actors, civil society, international financial institutions, and especially with those groups that are often marginalized, women, youth, religious leaders. We want to deliver on the innovative vision on horizontal issues, climate change, as I said before, and its security implication, women, peace and security, trafficking in human beings. And we will try to introduce new ones, such as food security and security implications and protection of culture in conflict areas, building on our work at UNESCO. We commit to allocating additional predictable resources to the Peacebuilding Fund in the manner of at least 2.5 million euro by 2020 in support of the idea of sustaining peace and to strengthening the active participation of women and youth in peace building. And of course, migration, which is also one of the core issues we are confronted with, facing unprecedented flows in the Mediterranean. We have proposed a migration compact based on a strong commitment to humanitarian principles, first of all, saving lives at sea, and on concrete and achievable goals, and on a compact with countries of origin, especially in the African continent. I would like to close just by saying that how we would like to do that. I believe that how you do something is as important as what you do. So Italy will not forget that it is an elected member of the Security Council on behalf of the wider membership. This means that if elected, we will continue with a truly transparent and open approach. We will talk with all countries, especially those with an agenda item at the Council, and not about or at countries. And we will not rely only on documents. We already have begun to do so in preparation of a possible election, if the General Assembly will decide to be prepared. We will share contact details, if elected, of experts so that any member state can reach us at any time and any day. And the last point, from this point of view, I believe we have a comparative advantage for two reasons. First of all, as I said before, we are the WEOG candidate, but we are able to connect beyond WEOG, giving our geographical particular position. And we have, of course, natural partnerships with Africa. We share the concern and issues of the Arab group and of the Eastern European group. We have a partnership, a very long one, partnership with SIDS, Pacific and Caribbean, dating back 20 years ago, over 20 years ago. And we are also a Latin country, like our partners in Latin America. And we have solid relations with the Asian region. So for the moment, I will stop here, and I hope I gave you some indication very briefly of what we intend to behave in the Council if elected. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. And now I invite Ambassador van Oosterom to